You ever have one of those moments that just changes everything? I mean, where it feels like the universe aligns and suddenly your life shifts on its axis. For Gabriel S. Vera, a guy who had it all figured out, that moment came when he met two little boys who were selling a toy car on a street corner. Yeah, it sounds simple, but trust me, this story is anything but ordinary. So picture this, Gabriel, your typical millionaire CEO type. He's out there in his shiny suit, riding around in his luxury car, wrapped up in his own world. Life for him was all about profits and meetings, and honestly, he hadn't connected with a real feeling in years. But that day, as he was driving past a playground, his gaze caught these two young boys, Jamal and Malik twins, maybe around 10 years old. They were desperate, waving a beat-up toy car, trying to sell it off to anyone who would listen. Their mother, Diana, was sick, really sick. They were clinging on to hope, and here they were doing everything they could to get money for her medication. Can you imagine? I mean, if you think about it, it takes a ton of heart to sell something you love, just to save someone you love even more. Gabriel saw them. He saw that authenticity in their little faces. In a moment that felt surreal, he felt curiosity pulling him out of that cold, isolating world he'd built for himself. So he parked the car and approached them. "Hey, boys," he said, trying to lessen the awkwardness. "What's the deal here?" In that moment, their eyes lit up, hope dancing in their expressions. "This is our favorite toy car," Jamal said. "We need just 50 bucks so Mom can get her medicine." Malik added quietly, as if saying it too loud would shatter their dream. "It's all we have." Gabriel, caught in their earnestness, didn't just see two boys. He saw a reflection of his own life, his own painful past. A moment of empathy swept through him like a soft breeze, but he didn't just leave it there. Oh no, he decided to follow them home. And as he walked behind those kids, he found himself unexpectedly feeling the weight of their struggle. When they arrived at their home, it was a scene that would break anyone's heart. The apartment was run down, hardly resembling a place where a family should live. It was cramped bare, and the sense of despair clung to the air like a fog. But it was so clear that these boys were trying to hold everything together. They treated their mom like royalty despite their situation. As he met Diana, laying frail and worn out, Gabriel felt the urgency. This was not a two-dimensional story. It was a reality, a life crying for help. And just like that, he made the call. He set in motion a plan to get Diana to a hospital, and that's when his life began to shift profoundly. Now, of course, the twins were anxious. They didn't know, Gabriel didn't trust him yet, and who could blame them? But through their nervousness, they sensed he meant well. This wasn't just any affluent guy. This was someone who felt their pain and wanted to help. Throughout Diana's treatment, you could see Gabriel evolving. He was changing right before our eyes. Here he was, a businessman, wrapped up in spreadsheets, now sitting in a hospital room, telling jokes to Jamal and Malik to ease their worries. And it worked, laughter genuinely. Can you believe that who knew a millionaire could also share such lighthearted moments? Over the weeks as Diana started to heal, Gabriel was reshaping his whole life philosophy right beside her. With each day that passed, his walls began to crack. It wasn't long before he opened up about his own past, the shadows he barely shared with anyone. The freak accident that took his wife and child, all buried under his pursuit of wealth and success. He'd lost everything, and in building a fortress around his heart, he kept love at bay. But here came these twins with their overflowing hearts and slowly began to chip away at his defenses. Packing away his hurt, he offered Jamal and Malik a safe place to stay while their mother recovered. The mansion felt strange at first, but the boys brought it to life, turning everything into an adventure. And between snickers and stories shared with nurses, an unexpected joy blossomed. Gabriel found himself smiling more than he had in years. He even found himself thinking of Diana in a new light, their bond evolving from a business transaction to something tender. As Diana's health improved, their makeshift family became thicker than any blood relations. Here was Gabriel revealing his past pain, and in that shared vulnerability, healing took root. They bonded over grief, they transformed sorrow into strength. And when Gabriel embraced the twins, his heart felt whole for the first time in ages, a bit lighter, as if the weight he had been carrying faded. A year rolled around. What was once filled with sadness found a strange sense of purpose. Gabriel legally adopted Jamal and Malik, and suddenly this duo, who once felt the sting of desperation, had new life. They moved from surviving to thriving, And it was all because of an unexpected connection in a moment that shifted everything. As I reflect on this remarkable journey, I see the growth in all of them. It wasn't just about the twins or Diana or even Gabriel. It turned into a shared lesson. The themes of love, resilience, redemption, they resonate deeply. They face the harsh realities of life only to come through it with unwavering hope and unwavering family bonds. So let me leave you with a thought. In those times when life seems unbearable, can hope actually find a way? Have you ever witnessed something similar where chaos transformed into something beautiful? Share your stories in the comments. Let's talk about right versus wrong, about bias and justice. And don't forget to subscribe for more uplifting tales like these, because if there's one thing we need right now, it's more hope in this world.